From the moment Maxwell Pierce entered the world, the midwife gasped. His hair, thick, dark, and impossibly long for a newborn, spilled over the blanket like a living vine. His parents assumed it was unusual, but harmless. Only when the midwife tried to trim a strand did something unbelievable happen. The scissors snapped clean in half. As Maxwell grew, so did his hair, faster than anyone had ever seen. By age 5, it trailed behind him like a shimmering rope. By 10, it could wrap around a backyard swing set twice. His parents tried everything: scissors, clippers, garden shears, even a quiet attempt with a kitchen knife. Nothing worked. The moment any blade touched his hair, it simply stopped, as if the hair were stronger than steel. His mother started braiding it into thick ropes. His father rolled it into giant buns that sat on his back like coiled snakes. But by 13, Maxwell could no longer hide it. The hair had grown so long that he needed a backpack-sized bag just to carry it around. And that was when Maxwell's life became complicated. The first day at Riverside Middle School was the worst. Maxwell stepped onto campus, backpack bulging with his coiled hair, and immediately felt eyes burning into him. "Is that a sleeping bag?" someone snickered. "Nah, looks like he's smuggling a dragon tail," another joked. Maxwell kept his head down. He had hoped for a fresh start, a place where no one knew him as the hair boy. Instead, he got whispers, laughter, and pictures snapped behind his back. Only one person didn't stare: Lila Dawson, a quiet girl with round glasses and a sketchbook always tucked under her arm. She slid into the desk beside him in homeroom. "I like your hair bag," she whispered. Maxwell blinked. "You like it?" She nodded. "It looks like an adventure waiting to happen." No one had ever said that. But even with Lila's kindness, the days weren't easy. His hair got caught on doorknobs, chair legs, even a teacher's rolling cart. He tripped twice. He overheard older boys plotting to yank the bag off his back just to see what happens. Every day felt like balancing on a tightrope of embarrassment and exhaustion. Then came the field trip. Riverside School loaded the entire 7th grade onto 2 buses heading to Granite Ridge National Park. Maxwell loved nature. It was the one place where people didn't bother him and where his hair felt less like a curse and more like part of him. The hike started smoothly, but halfway up the narrow ridge trail, the sky darkened without warning. A hard crack of thunder shook the ground. Teachers shouted, hurrying the students back toward the bus, but the rain came too fast, too heavy. The trail turned slick instantly. A scream echoed behind Maxwell. A section of the trail had collapsed, leaving 3 students, including Lila, stranded on a lower ledge that was rapidly crumbling. "Help! We can't climb up!" Lila shouted over the storm. The teachers panicked. The path was too slippery, too steep. No rope, no equipment. The ledge kept breaking apart. Maxwell dropped his soaked backpack, hands shaking. He looked at the coiled mass of hair spilling out like a dark waterfall. For the first time in his life, he didn't see a burden. He saw a lifeline. He wrapped several thick ropes of his hair around a tree trunk, anchoring himself. The hair was unbelievably strong enough to hold his weight and more. He threw the end toward the ledge. "Grab on!" he yelled. Lila reached first, gripping the hair as if it were a lifeline, which it was. The other 2 followed, clinging desperately. Maxwell leaned back, planting his feet, using the strength of his entire body to pull them upward. His scalp burned. His arms trembled. Rain lashed against his face. But slowly, steadily, they rose. A final heave brought all 3 students over the edge to safety. Teachers rushed in, grabbing them, checking for injuries. Maxwell collapsed to his knees, exhausted but alive. And suddenly, everyone was staring at him, not with mockery, not with confusion, but with awe. The story went viral before the buses even reached the school. Boy saves 3 with hair rope. Hero hair kid. The unbreakable strands. Scientists called. News stations begged for interviews. A mysterious research organization emailed Maxwell's parents 3 times in 1 week, offering a generous reward to study his hair. People he'd never met showed up at his house asking for samples. Maxwell felt hunted in a way he never had before. One night, as he lay in bed with his hair spread around him like a giant shadow, he whispered into the dark, "Why me?" He had spent his whole life wishing the hair away, pretending it wasn't part of him. But now people wanted to take it, test it, maybe even turn him into some kind of experiment. His parents promised to protect him. Lila checked on him every day, sketchbook always in hand. "I drew this," she said one afternoon, handing him a page. It was him, standing on the cliff, hair thrown into the wind like a heroic banner. Beneath it, she'd written, "Your hair doesn't define you. What you choose to do with it does." Maxwell's throat tightened. For the first time, he didn't feel cursed. He felt chosen. And with Lila by his side and a world suddenly watching him, Maxwell realized he wasn't done discovering what made him extraordinary. His story had only just begun.